Imagine a bridge in Hokkaido where a young life was cut short, leaving a community searching for answers. This is a story for those who believe that the weight of one's actions should define their future. Prosecutors have just demanded a 27-year sentence for Riko Uchida, a 23-year-old woman accused of a chilling crime against a 17-year-old girl. This is the maximum fixed-term sentence possible, and it signals just how severe the state views her role in this tragedy.
The details revealed in the Asahikawa District Court paint a dark picture of the events leading up to that fatal drop. Before the victim was ever on the bridge, she was subjected to a series of cruel indignities. Evidence shows she was forced to strip, was filmed while being humiliated, and was physically assaulted. It wasn't just a single moment of violence, but a calculated progression of fear that leads one to wonder what could possibly drive such behavior.
At the edge of the railing, the pressure didn't stop with physical force. Reports describe how the victim was made to sit on the edge while being told to jump and being told to die. Prosecutors argue that these words, combined with the physical environment, effectively forced her over the edge. They contend that Riko Uchida was the primary architect of this environment, making her legally responsible for the murder, regardless of who physically moved last.
There is a deep divide in how the final moments are being described. A 19-year-old accomplice who has already been sentenced to 23 years testified that Riko Uchida actually pushed the girl. However, Uchida herself claims a very different version of events. She admits to being there, but insists the victim climbed back to safety before falling later, after the group had already left the scene. This creates a gap between the evidence and her confession that the court must now bridge.
The prosecution has dismissed Uchida's version as an unnatural and unreasonable attempt to escape responsibility. They see her words not as the truth, but as a shield against a life-changing sentence. Meanwhile, the family of the victim has stepped forward through their lawyers to ask for the harshest punishment possible. They aren't looking for a simple explanation. They are looking for a reflection of the loss they feel every day.
Notice the contrast in the courtroom as the defense takes its turn. While they acknowledge that a long prison sentence is inevitable, they argue that Uchida did not have the specific intent to kill. They are asking the court to look toward a future where she might eventually return to society after a period of deep reflection. Uchida herself stood before the judge, claiming she now feels the weight of her actions, but the sincerity of that feeling is what the judge must now weigh.
The legal process is reaching its climax, with a verdict scheduled for late June. This case serves a somber reminder of how quickly group dynamics and peer pressure can spiral into something permanent and devastating. Understanding these patterns is essential for anyone who values the safety and dignity of others. This trial is more than just a legal proceeding. It is a profound look at the consequences of human choices.